Hi everyone. Today we'll see about control flow statements in Kotlin. So what is control flow statements? The order in which the instructions that we enter in the program gets executed are referred as the control flow. So here we are going to see different types of control flow statements. First one is if, when, for, while and do while. So in this video we are going to see an example for each one of them along with a detailed explanation. Let's get started. So here we are going to see an example for if statement. Let us consider a variable current temperature and I'm going to assign the value as 24.5. Inside if I'm going to give the condition, if the current temperature is greater than 24, I want to print turn on AC. And then in the else case, if the temperature is less than 24, I'm going to print turn on heater. And if it is not both the case, then I'm going to print the temperature is perfect. Now let us see. So now let us check with the values entered here. So here it is 24.5. So we get turn on AC. Suppose I change to 20.5, I get the output as turn on heater. Suppose if I change to 24, I get the output temperature is perfect. Here in our example, in all the blocks such as if, else if and else block, we have only single instruction. So we can remove the curly braces. We can include the curly braces when there is more than one line of statement. So even when I remove, I get the same output. So first the temperature is perfect. When I change to 25, I get turn on AC. And if I change again, I get turn on heater. Now coming to the when statement in Kotlin. It is similar to the switch case which we use in other programming languages. It can handle multiple conditions and execute the code based on the value of a variable. Suppose if it does not match any of the given condition or a given string, then the else case, the statement following the else will be executed. Now let us see an example for the when statement. Here I am going to use the variable user query and assign with the value billing. Inside the when, I am going to pass the user query. If it matches the string billing, then I have to print contact billing support team. If it matches technical, then I have to print contact technical support team. If the user query string matches account, then I have to print contact accounts management team. So here we have to give inside the print statement. So I'm going to use the method println. So now when I try to print, we get the message as contact billing support team since the user query is billing. If I change that to accounts, we get the output as contact accounts management team. Based on the value of the string, the respective output will be printed. Now coming to the for loop statements. Let us see an example. Here I'm going to declare an array weekly sales and using the array of function, I'm going to give all its sales value. Now inside the for loop, I'm going to give my item name as sale in the collection as weekly sales. Inside which I'm going to add all the sales value and assign to the total sales variable. For that, I need a variable. So I'm going to declare total sales and assign with an initial value of 0, 0.0. Now I'm going to give the expression as total sales plus equal to sale. So all the values in the sale will get added up and it will be assigned to the total sales variable. Now we can print the total sales using the println function. So now we get the output. Now we'll see about the while loop. When the condition is satisfied, the statements following the while loop will be executed. If proper condition is not provided, there is a possibility for an infinite loop. Now we will see an example for the while loop statement. Here I am going to declare a variable counter and assign with the value of 10. Now I'm going to print countdown started using the println function. So I'm going to give the condition while counter greater than 0. I'm going to print the value of counter using the println function, and then I'm going to decrement the counter. Only then the counter value will reach 0 and breaks from the loop. So now when I try to print, what happens? First, it prints countdown started, then it will check for the condition, it is greater than 0. Then it will print the counter value, decrement the counter to 9. Again, it will check the condition, print the value, and decrement the counter. So this process continues until the counter value reaches 0. So now coming to the final topic, that is do while loop statements. It ensures that the code inside this block is executed at least once, even if the condition is false. Suppose if the condition is true, the loop continuously execute until the condition becomes false. Now let's see an example for the do while statement. Here I'm going to declare a variable count and I'm going to get the value from the user. So I'm going to use the scanner function, and then using the next int, I'm going to get the integer value. So now inside the do block, I'm going to print the count value and then increment the count. And I'm going to check the condition, that is until it is less than or equal to 5, I want this block to execute continuously. So less than or equal to 5. So now when I try to run the program, first time I enter 10. So it will print the value 10 and then it will increment. Now it will check for the condition. The condition becomes false. So it will come out of the loop. Let us try again. So this time when I enter 3, it will print the value of 3, increments the count to 4. It checks the condition. The condition is true. So again it will go inside the loop. So again it will print the value 4. It will increment. Again it will check for the condition. So this process continues until the value becomes 5. Once it becomes 5, it will come out of the loop. That's all. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, Programming Info by GS. Thank you.